look at comments. No.
Talking Normies podcast. Hey, what up, everybody? It's the Talking Normies podcast coming at you live in the motherfucking morning out of Indianapolis, Indiana.
What?
Just in case you was wondering, baby, Midwest shit representing.
Hoosiers.
Anyways, tell everybody your names, you goons.
I am Rena. I'm taking place of Surge.
I am Pat. I'm taking place of Pat.
I am Chris. I'm taking place of Mickey.
I am Marquetta, and I'm taking place of Mickey, I guess.
No,
Well, you
Chris.
should have said Chris.
Yeah, you should have said
taking
Chris.
place of
I am
Mickey.
taking place of Chris. Welcome to the inferior podcast out of the two
Whoa, whoa, whoa,
podcasts.
whoa,
that we
whoa,
do
whoa,
this
whoa, whoa,
year.
Why are we already starting?
Listen.
I'm curious.
Listen.
There's been a lot of gender divide recently inside of our whole entire company, inside of the world, and everybody's talking about who's better and what's better. Look, baby, let me tell you something. Right? I'm not about competition. I'm about collaboration. You feel me? So let's just work together to put out the best podcast possible.
Nah.
Is that why we're here?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Were you gonna say? Or you sounds like you about to say something smart as fuck.
Nah, I'm good.
Q and Rihanna's song Needed Me.
Well, we can catch up since I guess you guys want to be confrontational. Me and Pat will show you how good of host we are. Having you guys here on our podcast, y'all can be as
I even had to make my own coffee.
bring as much friction as you'd like. You have to make your own coffee. I made
He made a pot.
French press for you this morning, ma'am.
I actually stole some of Chris's
Nice.
coffee. Too.
Okay, so we can catch up. What have you guys been up to? We'll let Ronna go last because apparently she has a bunch to talk about. Pat?
I'll let just Run go. Go ahead, Run.
No, she's going
Run
last.
takes
She's
a
going last. She's going last.
I got nothing to catch up on. Go ahead.
You haven't done anything over the
You're
weekend.
puppy. You're
I
What
don't
did
want to
you-
talk about my dog.
You hold on. What did you do this weekend?
I worked out.
What else?
What else did I do? I worked out.
You didn't do anything else. So Friday, take me through your weekend. Friday, you
six
left
weeks.
work.
Also, I don't even know what it is. Friday, what we do Friday?
You left work and then
I worked out.
okay, and then you went to bed.
No, I
You-
played. Yeah, no, I went to bed.
And then you woke up Saturday. What time?
Fuck, what did I do Saturday?
What time you wake up Saturday?
I don't even know.
Man, you need like vitamins and stuff to help you. Like, what's going on?
Sunday.
Sunday. We just went to Sunday.
Sunday.
So hold on. Saturday, you did wake up Saturday. We can confirm that happened.
Yeah.
And then you took Cash on a walk, I assume.
Yeah, that's normal shit.
Okay, and then what though?
Worked out.
Okay, and then after you worked out, you
I went downtown. I went to go see Urgent.
okay. There we go. So you kicked it with
you
June.
went downtown to see Urgent.
He never sees us.
You know who else lives downtown?
All of us.
Me.
Yeah.
Well, you know.
Why do you hate us?
I see you guys at work every day.
Huh?
Yeah. Okay.
Wow.
All right. So then you kick it with June, and then you come home.
Yeah.
Go to sleep.
Yeah.
Sunday.
Sunday.
Wake up.
Yes.
Take Cash on a walk.
Yes.
Work out.
Yes.
After you work out on Sunday,
I worked.
you worked. You did like some pre-work to get ready for Monday.
Yeah, you know, you got food prep, you got clean, and then you got get your week ready.
Okay. And then Monday.
Monday.
All right. So you did do stuff this weekend. It's a fine weekend. Caddy, what did you do this weekend?
Jesus. You want to pull it out of you like you...
Shit.
So Friday, you left work.
I did leave work on Friday.
You did leave. We can confirm that you did indeed leave work on
Confirmed.
Friday.
This weekend was very chill,
Except for
except for
Friday night,
Friday night.
where we went to bike party.
Yeah.
Leaving you guys always. What's wrong with you guys?
It's hard to remember what you did over the weekend. Is it? It is. All the weekends smashed together.
You didn't even drink over the weekend. If you're having a hard time remembering your weekends, you need more memorable weekends, baby.
Well,
this
so
one I don't
we
understand.
went to bike party.
Yeah.
And we went to the velodrome.
The velodrome. I pause. We need to describe what a velodrome is.
Really?
Yeah, some people don't know. There are
Do you
people
guys
at
know what
bike
a
party.
velodrome is?
Velodrome.
Yeah.
What is that?
It's okay. So it's like a track, but for bikes.
Oh, I went there before.
And it's like
Yeah.
it's kind of curved upwards, so that when you're biking really fast, you don't kind of like shoot yourself away, and you just stay within.
It's like
the
riding around a
circle.
bowl, a really big bowl.
So it's slanted.
Yeah. It's
Yeah, but not
slanted.
that slanted, like this slanted.
Where's this bitch at? I want to do it.
Off of 38th Street.
For real?
Yeah.
Hey, let me ride your bike.
No, you gotta bring your own bike.
I don't have a bike.
You better buy a cheap one. You're not taking my e-bike on the fucking velodrome.
Why not? I could put on electric mode and just like race everybody. Oh, please.
Nah, man. So,
Anyway, that was fun.
yeah.
And then we had a house guest who made us delicious biryani dinner.
Yeah.
And we are still cleaning our dishes from
No, we finally got the pot all the way clean. We soaked it in vinegar.
Biryani is, I believe, there's a lot of nasty oil stain. I know. I hate that shit.
What? The food was good, though.
The food was delicious, and we had it for a while. So I guess that was the highlight. I
Yeah.
don't know what else happened.
Bet.
Really.
Let me tell you what I did on my weekend, all right?
Yeah.
So, first up, get the fuck up. Got ready for a bike party because we're going to the velodrome because we're fucking celebrating Major Taylor, who was one of the first fucking black Olympic athletes, happened to be a bike rider, happened to be from Indianapolis. So,
Did you say Major's a laser?
Major Taylor.
Oh, I'm about to say. I know
So,
Major. You need
we
to
put on, we got out there for bike party, revved up. I put my speaker on the front of the bike. I'm just yelling shit on the microphone. We're getting fucking hype. Riding around, had a really good time. I didn't use electricity on my e-bike. My e-bike probably weighs 100 pounds, plus the speaker's got to be like 130, plus my ass, who even knows. But I fucked my legs up. I pedaled a little too much. Like, I was absolutely burning all week, just hurting in the hamstrings and shit, but it was worth it. And I just I didn't want to ride with the electricity. I wanted to get a workout. So did that.
How you keep your thunder thighs.
Yeah, so you got to keep them. We went hard. I drank a little too much.
You? No.
Me? No, for sure. But still had a good time. Kind of nursing a little hangover over the weekend. But then we went to the pool Saturday, chilled out. That was nice. The water was super cold. It's kind of getting towards the end of summer. We had a couple podcasts ago talking about how summer's ending and shit. And
1 month away, actually, until summer's over.
oh, yeah. So did that. It was a good time on Saturday. We had a house guest. And then Sunday really just chilled. I think we did bus stuff Sunday, didn't we? We cleaned the bus.
Butt stuff?
Yeah, that's what I heard. I heard butt stuff.
What?
Yeah, we did butt stuff. We have to clean the
Why
butt
are
first.
you telling me this?
We
I
did
don't think they need to know this.
Wow.
bus stuff. I was going to start this podcast by asking everybody when's the last time they masturbated, and I thought that would be maybe the highlight of weird, awkward conversations to have. But since you guys are just going to accuse us of butt stuff,
You said it.
I said bus stuff.
You guys heard it.
We did stuff on our bus. We're cleaning it. It's going to be on a little debut Sunday.
We have
We're going to be taking it out.
unstuffed the bus.
Sunday or Saturday?
Sunday. My bad, Saturday.
Thanks, see?
Thank you. And then after that, yeah, that was it. It was a pretty chill weekend. Bike party was nice. I fucked up. Sometimes at bike party I get a little excited, and then I'll have too many drinks, and then I had to ride somebody home because they were drunk and they'd fell off their bike twice. So I was like, look, I'll ride with you till you're back to where you're going. But then I was really close to the bar, and I was like, I can go to the bar for 1 or 2. That was a bad idea. Anyway,
You get fucked up at bike parties, though. Like, there's not one time I was not blacked out drunk with you guys at
You
bike
know, I
parties.
just remembered that was the night I ended up sleeping on the couch because somebody was snoring.
well, we should get our cat checked out since he was
Yeah.
snoring.
Chris,
that
you're
bad.
Bodie.
no, Chris. I'm sorry.
No, it's Bodie. It's Bodie.
Chris
I
can
know.
wake up a whole school.
I have a sleeping machine now. I don't snore.
So why would you use a sleeping machine?
Oh, I can't use it when I'm drunk because
Why?
I roll around too much.
So when you have the sleeping machine, you can't like go left and right.
I mean, you can. You can't just be. When you're drunk and you just wake up like on the other side of the bed and
You
shit.
can't be
not really.
wallering.
I'd be wallering. Amanda wallering. Anyway, Rana, what have you been up to? We didn't see you all weekend, so I assume you're doing something. Oh, yeah, a little.
Yeah.
What rhymes with Spaniversary?
No, that's not until like a month from now.
Oh,
Almost.
okay.
But I'll talk about that too. But no, this weekend I took it easy on Friday because I'm an adult now.
And you don't believe in going to bike party?
I didn't know it was a bike party. Nobody invited me.
It's every second Friday. Do I have to tell you?
do you
First Friday?
You got, Chris, you gotta remember. Listen, we're normies. You gotta tell us the day of when you do stand up and the day of when there's bike
Not
parties.
even
Okay.
that. We're brown, man.
I don't-
We need invitations.
Really?
I don't
Hey,
need invitations.
you know
I
what?
just need reminders.
I'll give you a reminder next time. Next time I'll say, hey guys, it's the first Friday in the month. It's first Friday. And then after they say, hey guys, it's the second Friday of the month. It's bike party. Pat, we'll get you a loaner bike.
Yeah.
If you're trying to work on these legs, bro, come on, man. Come to bike
Well,
party.
let me use your bike. Use a 100-pound bike.
Not mine. You're going to have to we'll work on it. We'll find you a bike. But anyway, sorry.
But
Run.
Saturday I went to Cataract Falls in Indiana. It's the biggest falls in Indiana. So the hike was extremely short. I was like, okay, I'm ready. I got my backpack, my snacks, my water. I'm like, let's do this. It was literally like 0.5 miles or something.
Oh, God.
Yeah, and the water smelled.
Smelled like what?
It was like, I don't know, sulfur and trash.
Eggs.
Yeah.
Eggs is good though.
No, and then there's
I mean,
like
it's good for water.
And then like I saw the most hillbilly Indiana thing ever there. This like broken ass fucking little boat thing with like 6 people on it. Half of them in like ugly ass like one piece bikinis. I'm not even trying to be mean right now. Like I'm just like, this is like just trash. And then like that like I don't know how to explain it. They all had like fishing poles with them and everything, and they got right next to the fall where it's falling and everything, and they start fishing. And I'm like, bro, the water sinks. What fish are surviving in this?
That's the kind of water. Sulfur is a naturally occurring thing.
Bro, it's just like, I was like, they were the only boat there, and then the guy just like throws his little like to anchor them there. I'm like, what the fuck?
Well, guys, confirmed. Rana hates fishermen.
No.
Don't watch
This
Fuck
is a national park where people are hiking, or all like there's families and shit, and then like this like boat out of nowhere just comes.
Are there other boats there?
No, it was just them. They came out of nowhere, dude.
They're allowed to be on boats.
Okay.
Was it electric boat?
No, what?
It was like an electric one, but also had that little propeller thing. Like
What do you mean it's an electric boat?
Oh, like a paddle boat?
Like a propeller.
No, like a white.
So they didn't even
Hold
use...
on.
What?
Why would the boat be electric? It'd be gas.
Yeah,
don't
that's
know.
what I mean, like
Okay.
engine,
My bad.
whatever.
Yeah, it was not a rental, dude. It was their boat. They came from like willy-nilly down the river somewhere and came up to the falls and just parked their boat.
So they parked right at the edge of the falls.
Right in the falls is falling. I have a video. I can show you guys later.
And they were
Probably-
fishing.
They were fishing right where the falls.
So how'd they...
I don't know.
I'm confused by
I'm
what's
confused.
confused here too.
I'm confused here because how can you fish over a fall?
No,
They became a
they're-
part of the backdrop.
They're not over
They're
the
a
fall.
part
They're
of
where the
next
water's
to it.
falling
Yeah,
at the bottom
they
of the
parked
waterfall.
right next to it.
That's not that big of a deal.
Whatever, dude.
Don't you go to Niagara Falls? They do the exact same shit.
Oh, they're fishing?
They're not fishing, but the boat is right underneath the fall.
Well,
He's
as
got a
a
good point.
person who has been in Niagara Falls in that boat, I would never fish in that.
It was just,
Gonna get-
I'll show you guys a video later.
Yeah,
but
just show us the video. We won't assume that you hate people that
I
fish.
don't hate, it was just a very...
Then you roasted their bikinis down.
I
What the
She
fuck?
said their one
Why?
piece bikini was
Right.
trash.
All right, y'all. Well, if it's a one piece, I actually think it's not a bikini. But just run to continue your Mean Girl streak. We want to hear more.
Anyway, so after that, because it was a very short trip and whatever.
Hold on. Can I call you Regina George?
Regina George. I like that.
I'll just continue that machine of yours. But no, so afterwards, because like my boyfriend and I, we like to explore little towns and everything. So we were like, okay, what's the nearest town back to downtown? It was Gosport, Indiana.
Gosport?
Indiana.
Never even heard of it. All right.
Exactly. So it's a cute little town. We stumbled upon it, and they were having their Lazy Day festival. So like all the town members get together. The fire departments have like,
Lazy
food.
Day Festival.
Lazy Day.
Lazy?
Lazy. And there was like food and there's like games. It was really cute actually.
So it's not really lazy.
It is lazy.
How's it a lazy day festival when you gotta do shit? I'm
really
expecting
funny.
lazy day festival.
Did
when
they
you just
have
lay
lazy
down.
Susans on display?
All
They had,
seasons
it was
are
just
lazy.
no, but what they had on display was I don't even know if I should say it actually.
Say it.
It was a whole table of hats that you could pick from, and the options were Blue Lives Matter, Trump 2024, Make America Great. It was a whole like as big as
Yeah,
this
I mean,
table.
makes
How
sense.
many one-piece swimsuits were there?
There is shut up.
How many hats did Tom buy? Did he get 2 so he could be like side and side?
Blue Lives Matter.
Well, I just stayed there. I sat at a bar. I had my my bourbon and everything, and I went my way home. It was nice. And then Sunday, I went to a farmer's market, and I went to the Sun King where I saw you.
Yeah.
Yeah, on Sunday. I saw you at the Sun King market where you were dying. Yeah, you did.
Yeah, I remember.
Yeah.
I was like,
You got drunk like that on a Sunday?
He was fucking.
no,
up.
I
hungover.
got drunk Friday, and then I was hungover. But then we had people at the pool, so I had like 2 or 3 drinks, which kind of compounded. I was like, fuck, I had a little too much to drink, and I almost got drunk again. So really, I just kind of fucked myself up.
Yeah. He
So
was,
Sunday didn't get drunk.
No, Sunday I didn't, but
he
Sunday I was
hungover.
struggling.
Yeah. I went to the state fair this week. 10 out of 10 recommend going.
Have you not been before?
No, I've been. Oh, not you.
I don't recommend.
Okay.
Bro, donut burger. It's the only time of the year where I go get my fucking donut burger. Dude.
I actually want to try that.
They're
Though.
so
Yeah,
two,
donut burger surprisingly good.
2 Krispy Kreme donuts.
I would never.
Girl.
I want to buy it. I don't want to eat the whole thing.
I
wanna
ate the
buy it.
whole thing.
Yeah,
I
eat the whole
nailed it.
thing.
I made Tom buy his own. I'm like, I'm not sharing this. Get away from me.
So, do you know the origins of the donut burger?
No.
No.
There's a TV show called Boondocks. It's about black people, which is
You always talk about this show, yeah.
yeah, it's good. You guys should watch it. Maybe you'll learn a thing or two. And there's an episode called the itis. You guys know what the itis is?
Yes.
When you're like,
When you're tired after
Yeah.
you have like food and shit. All right, so in this episode, they open up a restaurant called Itis, and they start selling
that's actually
food.
really
And one of the sandwiches they sell is called the Luther, which is named after Luther Vandross,
yes.
who was an R&B singer who died of a heart attack. And they're like, we got this Luther burger, which essentially is saying that like he was eating these motherfuckers until he died. 2 Krispy Kreme donuts,
So
with
hold
a
on.
fucking burger in
I
between.
got a question.
good. I'll
So
take it.
2 Krispy
Why
Kreme, like,
wouldn't
do
they
they
call
slice
it-
one donut or
No.
just actual 2
donuts.
Oh, that's too much.
No.
That's
you
too
can
much.
flatten 2 donuts pretty well.
That's too much.
It's
So,
so good.
yeah, it's delicious though, but it's also like you eat it and you're like, I should probably run.
Here it
So
is.
what kind of donut do they use? Oh, it's a glazed. Yeah, it's too much.
So
See, look. See what they need you to do. This is how you make
Oh,
a
can't
perfect
nobody
burger.
see what y'all pointing at.
So this is what they need to do.
They
You-
still can't.
See, okay, now see what they need to do is I can't zoom in on. Okay, there we go. See what they need to do is this: cut
no.
that in half.
You're
put
ruining-
the donut. Cut it in half. Put the beef in there and the lettuce, minus the tomato, minus the onion. Put the bacon in
You
there.
basic ass.
Put some
Eat your
pickles.
tomatoes.
Put some sriracha on there. That would be fire.
Okay. So I
It
just
was
want
so
everybody to
good.
know Pat's describing cutting a donut. Now, keep in mind, people listen to this podcast too, so you know your visual aids are helpful. I'll also give you another
But there's
visual aid.
pizza sticks too.
It's pretty much linked all the way over.
What?
Pizza on a stick.
Put the phone down. The phone's not helping. Just describe it.
Pizza on a stick.
So it's a whole ass pizza on a stick.
Like
Yeah.
a stick?
A steak and a pizza.
What do you mean a stick?
Yeah, like
It's
well, like
like-
is it actual like a popsicle stick?
It's like a thicker
Yes.
popsicle stick, and they have a whole ass like cow.
So how do you put that in the oven and bake it?
You can bake. You can
You
do that.
stick the stick into the dough when it's raw, and then you put it in the oven, and it bakes with it.
But that doesn't stick.
Burn?
Get,
The
stick
yeah, doesn't
stays-
it get
You
roasted?
can, there's some
toasted?
sticks you can cook with.
No, it's not
I mean, it's
hot
like a
enough
shish
for it
kebab.
to be set on fire.
Yo, dude, if there's a state fair near your town, go. I actually got to run into a fellow normie there. His name was Kyle. Hi, Kyle. It was so cute. It was my first time getting recognized from my boyfriend. And
Oh.
It was really cute.
Yeah?
And he's like, Hi, are you? And I'm like, Normie? He's like, yeah. And then he's like, can I have a picture? I'm like, Tom, he wants my picture. I was like, see?
Did you make Tom hold your purse while
I made Tom
this?
hold my drink while we took a picture. But hi, Kyle, if you're watching this.
Sweet. Well, it's a pretty solid weekend catch up. And don't worry, guys, we're going to be getting into a little bit of show talk, but I legitimately need help.
Yeah.
I need help planning my birthday.
When's your
Now-
birthday?
The 13th,
And you're
When?
turning 33?
November.
November?
34.
34.
Yeah, but here's the thing: is that I'm conflicted. Just help me pick, and then after this, I want to talk about you
Oh,
guys.
so you already have options. You don't need options from us.
No. Just help me pick,
Okay.
and then I want to talk about you guys' best birthdays, and then after that, we're gonna talk about the shows. But legitimate. All right, so I could go. I want to take the train to New York. I want to do that and hang out with the New York peeps. I haven't been to New York since 2011. All right, or fly to Miami.
So you're gonna take a train from Indy?
yeah.
There's trains from Indy that go that far?
Yeah.
Oh shit.
Or fly to Florida, Miami, and get a ferry to the Bahamas.
Second option.
Or, well, we do Florida kind of often around my
That's what
birthday.
I said
time.
Bahamas is nice.
Bahamas, because you can't get to the Bahamas if you don't go to.
Or, what was the other option? Oh, go to Toronto.
Go to Bahamas.
Okay, so I went to New York this December. It was really fun and everything, but I think you can withhold on the New York trip personally. We just saw them and everything, so I would nix that one. I would pick between I would
She
pick,
just said Nick's JJ.
I know.
She just said
Damn.
Nick's Pubby.
God. I would pick between Toronto. I've been to Toronto before, and my fucking god, it's amazing. It's like a San Francisco.
I hear it's like a cleaner New York.
It's like a cleaner New York, like a big San Francisco. Like there's like beaches there. There's like a Hogwarts.
In November?
Well, yeah, I guess. But there's like a Harry Potter like there's point is Toronto. It's phenomenal food, phenomenal bars, really good like little districts. Like,
Plus, I gotta-
like little hipster districts and everything.
Buy some weed and smoke a
Yeah.
J for Jelani.
Yeah. Also, I would actually put the Bahamas on hold. Why? We have a friend, Sydney, she's going there in a couple weeks, and she lets everybody stay there for free. You just have to buy your fare there, basically. So I would wait for the next one. She's going again.
She's going in a couple weeks.
Yeah.
She didn't invite me.
She already has a full crew going.
Motherfucker.
Oh,
See how it is.
You see how it is? You guys,
We can't go. You know why?
why?
Because we wear one pieces. We're not allowed.
Hannah's going. But I'm not going. But no, I would just wait for the. Honestly, I feel like Toronto is the best option because there is your Bahamas trip could be way cheaper because of Sydney in their mansion there and stuff, and then New York it will always be there. Toronto's a move.
Yeah, okay. Anyway, thanks. Now you guys tell me about your best birthdays. Mine was my reverse surprise party.
I missed that. I was in Chicago.
Reverse
What
surprise.
was that?
It was my 30th birthday. Everyone came to our house. It was in 2017. They all thought that we were doing a surprise party for me, and they were all hiding in the room waiting for me to come through the front door. And then I came out of the basement with a trombone. And I was like, "Bwah, bwah, bwah, you can't surprise me, no surprise party. Wah, 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 wah."
That's actually good.
It was pretty fun. Mark had to
But-
put it together.
He did have a few surprises.
Yeah, I didn't know some people were coming to town. I think we picked up JJ from the airport while I was blackout drunk.
Oh yeah.
I tried to get into the wrong car.
Oh yeah.
I'm drinking less now, guys. I promise. But yeah, that was a good one. What about you, Rana? Best birthday?
I think it was actually my 30th birthday, thanks to you guys. I turned 30 right when the lockdown happened in the pandemic.
Oh yeah.
So like literally weeks before my birthday, it was like everything's closed. We can't see each other, and we were taking it seriously, obviously. So we really didn't see each other, and it was like turning almost midnight. I was on FaceTime with some of my friends, and you guys kept calling my phone, and because you're like, the studio's getting broken into, because it would always get broken into. Back in the day. So you guys were like, Run, the studio's being broken into and nobody can go. Me and Marquetta are drunk, Pat's and Fisher's. Surge is like not answering his phone, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, but you guys, I'm on FaceTime with my friends. It's my birthday is 15 minutes. You're like, you're the only one who can go. I was so shitty and mad that I had to go to I had to hang up the phone with my friends. They all knew too, by the way, the people on the phone. And they're like, no, it's fine, Run, or whatever. They were playing it off too. So like, I like take my car, I go to the studio, and I park, and I'm like, as I'm pulling up to the parking lot, I just see everybody's. I'm like, why is the freaking parking lot so full? I just start seeing car by car by car. It's all of their cars, and they all start like throw on one of my favorite songs back in the day on. They all like blast it. They all have like little rave sticks. They all like poke their heads out of their windows, like happy birthday, Rana, beeping at midnight for me. So I got there at midnight. I got out of the car. I started like dancing in the middle of the parking lot because like I couldn't like say hi to them, and then it started raining. 10 minutes in, and we all went home. But it was best because like I just felt so loved.
Well, little parking lot parties from 2020.
Yeah.
That was my
I had one too.
Yeah. Pat,
I think my 20th.
your 20th?
I was in Cancun.
10 years ago?
Yeah, because me and my cousin, I think, I think it was just me and my cousin, maybe some other people. Oh, Bo and nieces and nephew. We went to Cancun and like me and my cousin wilded out for a week. It was fun.
Oh, yeah.
Mine was my 30th as well.
Fingers crossed. I was really hoping you would say that.
We ended up traveling a lot. It was like a whole month of just traveling. We went to Denver, and all of our plans got squandered with weather. There was a snowstorm that canceled our flight. So then we ended up booking a train that also got stuck in the middle of Nebraska in a snowstorm for like
8 hours, was it?
Like 10 extra hours on top of our already long ass train ride. And then we flew from Denver to Reno to see Navi, and we got to see the Lake
Tahoe. We did a bunch of hot springs.
It was great. And then we ended up in San Francisco. And then we flew back for like a day before we got into the car with these goons, and we got to Orlando.
Oh.
We went to Orlando.
And then
we ended up in Miami.
We did like coast to coast. We did a coast to coast trip.
It was hilarious. I loved that was like my favorite. Yeah.
We worked in Miami for like a week, which was a really fun time. It was back when Pat was living there.
Yeah.
And like getting to just work in Miami was like tight. Cause I remember you guys were like, all right, here's the plan. You're like, Chris and Katie, like, will you guys, like, since we're in Orlando, like, will you guys come and, like, just take the, like, rental car and, like, drive it back? I was like, what are you guys going to do? Like, we're going to be in Miami the whole time. I was like, fuck that. My aunt lives in Miami. I was like, we'll stay at my aunt's house.
With us,
we'll fucking crash on the couch, and then we're just going to stay in Miami. We're not about to not be in Miami where everybody else is in Miami having fun.
Okay, it's not like we weren't trying to not invite you guys. So we all went to Orlando together to go to Universal Studio. So we got to experience that together, like Hogwarts and all that, the Rise of Simpsons. You guys remember all that?
Yeah.
It was so much fun. So after Orlando, Pat was living in Miami, and we were like, okay, it's Ultra Music Festival. Let's go party up and everything. So we're like, okay. So after the trip, Chris and Marquetta can leave because they don't like EDM music. And we're like, all right, we'll like
Miami.
Whatever. So we're like, okay, from here we'll split off. But they're like, no, we got auntie and shit. We're gonna come with you guys. We're like, oh, my bad. And like, you guys got lucky because like we stayed at Pat's and he had a roommate. Love you, Krishna. And so it was me, Serge, and like Nahid back in the day and everything. And we all had to like sleep on couches on the floors. It was like really tight on top of each other.
Gross.
There was.
Yeah.
There's one bathroom. They started using dude wipes, I remember.
That room stank so bad when we showed up in the morning.
Just smelled like a bunch of people kind of sweating and sleeping all night.
I was just the only girl there too, and I was like, oh.
And then we had the fucking jet ski shenanigans. It was.
Oh yeah, jet skis.
You know what? It was.
But we also got shit faced on the beach.
We did. We
Where
did.
We accidentally bought tickets to Steve Aoki.
Finally saw Steve Aoki. I finally completed my journey.
Where did you see him at?
Fucking snake pit. And I was like, yep. It's been like 5 years coming. I didn't want to see him then, and I kind of don't want to see him now. But here I am. Steve Aoki.
I think it's because you're at the snake pit.
Steve Aoki took so much of your money.
Yeah, he did.
No, it was that fucking British dude with the accent. God. Anyway, birthdays.
So all I gotta do is have a British accent, and I can take your money.
No, I have to be super wasted with everybody else being like, do it, man, do it.
Mickey with his fucking head in the sand.
Said, Mickey, what do you think? He was just like, So, TV, we watch it. She-Hulk. We watch She-Hulk. What'd you guys think about it?
It was good. I actually really, really liked it. It's different because it's not like, action packed, but it was more of a comedy, which I actually enjoy.
Yeah.
And also like Hulk was like one of my favorite superheroes a long time ago before Marvel. So
Yeah.
I know the Edward Norton Hulk. Not
Yeah.
the,
What about the Eric Bana from the Ang Lee Hulk? It was kind of a bad one.
I didn't see that one.
It's it's all right. It's weird. It's weird. It was bad at the time. In retrospect, he was doing the best he could. It's still bad, but it's like, I don't know. You know how we shit on a thing, and then as time goes by, we shit on it a little less. Anyway, yeah, man, I thought it was good. I thought I didn't get to do the reaction with you guys, so I'll say my opinion towards the end. But I want to hear from you guys.
I actually really loved it. I like it. I don't know. I've been loving all the Disney Marvel TV shows they've been putting out. I'm excited that this one's gonna be 9 episodes versus the 6 episodes.
Nice, yeah, that'd actually be good.
It's gonna be really interesting. I don't know. I think the first episode they did it right in my opinion for like introducing why she was a She-Hulk and how she became it, and like the reason before getting to all the the lawyering stuff and all the other stuff. They just wanted to get that out of our mindset. I think the actress Tatiana is amazing. I never saw her in anything except one episode of Orphan Black. And having Mark Ruffalo there as a guest appearance for almost the whole episode was really freaking awesome. I know the show's about her and stuff, but it was also nice just to have him there guiding her through everything on that island. And I don't know, I'm just really excited to see it.
Checking the comments. You guys weren't clear on the blood thing?
The what thing?
The blood. So because he's always been I guess I read one comment in the comics, whatever. He's always been stay away from my blood. It can affect.
Did you ever see the Edward Norton Hulk?
No.
Yes, I did.
So in that movie, some of his blood gets into a beverage, some drink. Stanley's the one who drinks it, and then that's how they know which bottling plant he's working at in Mexico or some shit. That's how they're able to find him. So
damn, I can't believe I didn't recall it because I remember the blood dropping through the fucking shit.
It's okay, Pat. We watch a lot. Caddy, did you like it?
I did. It was fun.
That's all?
What?
I thought there was a butt.
I mean, there's always a but.
What's the butt?
Okay.
What's the big ass?
I mean, we kind of touched on it in the discussion, and people have differing opinions on that, all of which I respect. But personally, I thought the whole I'm a strong woman was a little ham-fisted. It was a little on the nose. I like that the message wasn't lost. I just wish it was a little more subtle. But at the same time, some of the comments that were correcting me were right, because I didn't realize, or I keep forgetting that Marvel is based off comics for kids or young adults, and
subtleties.
So sometimes things just have to be ham-fisted. Sometimes things just have to be out in the open so that people get the message. And that's my fault for not keeping that in the back of my mind and taking all of that, into consideration when I watch Marvel.
Nice.
So, yeah, I think moving forward, that is what I will be doing, and that will help me enjoy the show more.
I think that's awesome that you think that and everything, but also it's... a lot of people come into Marvel and Disney shows blind, and not everybody reads the comics, and they shouldn't be at fault to that either.
Yeah. I think it's weird, though, because, we do watch a lot, and I think that we've become professional TV watchers. This is also why we're able to, guess things that are going to happen, is because, we are steeped in the tropes of TV, right? We have watched so much. We've consumed so much of it. Yeah. You know what I mean? We can read the fucking tea leaves on a lot of this shit and kind of guess where things are going. But for me, I thought it was fun. I laughed a couple of times watching it. The design of She-Hulk's great. They nailed the CGI. I think they're really kind of flexing where you see Hulk and She-Hulk in the jungle a lot with all the green in the background, and they really match perfectly into those scenes. which is great. It's not a thing that's like it's just it looked good. It looked really good. It was funny. She broke the fourth wall, which our friend Obed was telling me they do that in the comics a lot, and that it's a comedy.
She did it before Deadpool.
And so definitely digging it. Now here's what I think. All right, here's my hot take. All right, so that ship was a Sicarian class cruiser, right?
Yeah.
We know that fucking Hulk was Hulk for 2 years on Sakaar, right? And Jamila Jamil.
Yeah.
What's your name?
Jamila Jamil.
Two people at the same time.
You said the same thing. Jamila Jamil.
Jamila Jamil.
You said it right.
Sweet. All right, so she pops out, right? She busts into the fucking courtroom. She's looking all raw, like mad and shit, right? But she's looking confused. I think she was looking for Bruce Banner Hulk because of whatever happened on Sakaar for those 2 years, right? I'm thinking because it's a comedy, maybe they were dating, right? And that's why it's going to be kind of funny. Oh. And then boom, She-Hulk pops up. They have a fight about it. But I think they're going to talk about it later, which I think it'll be really cool.
That's why she looked okay, because like in the courtroom when she came in, she just started throwing shit. She like, I was like, what? Why did she just came in?
She looks very. She came back like looking like a wrestler. She was very flamboyant.
She did look like a wrestler.
Yeah.
She straight came in on some WWE shit. So
I was like, is she just trying to shoot the shit here? But maybe could she probably like sense that there was like a Hulk figure?
yeah,
there?
I think because Jennifer's gonna have some of Bruce Banner's DNA, so maybe she's tracking the DNA, right? And that's how she comes across it. And she's like, well, what the fuck? Like this isn't the Hulk I thought I was looking for. So I think we're gonna get more of that. I'm ready for it to be a comedy. I want it to be silly. I definitely like the Hulk versus Hulk fight that they had because it's obligatory, right? Like we have to. It's just like, you know, two new superheroes on the screen. They got to fight. Yeah. They just have to, which is fun. But I'm thinking it's going to be fun. I'm thinking that Phase 4 is... I think if we would have seen Phase 4 without ever seeing any of the other phases, I think we would... Me personally, I would really, really, really enjoy it. But it's really hard to... I always preach about making the disconnect between the old stuff and the new stuff, but it just feels like maybe I have superhero fatigue. Maybe some of the writing's just all right, but like, I feels like we're getting all these properties. I'm like, I don't know, do we need this? But maybe it's all going to culminate in some big event that's going to be like really good. Like, I really liked Wanda and Vision. I really liked Loki and Thor. Captain America and Winter Soldier I thought was good, but could have been a little bit better. But I did hear that one of the reasons why that one didn't do well is because Carly Morgenthau was going to release a virus that was going to kill half the planet.
Jesus.
Oh my god!
Because they wanted to bring back like how Thanos did. So she was going to release a virus that was going to kill half the planet. But you guys remember when that show came out?
What show?
2020. So they couldn't do that part. So
Man,
they had to
come on!
A bunch of cuts.
Come on, you can still done it.
No, you cannot. Not while we're living through the first pandemic and the worst pandemic in a century. Pandemic. It's gonna
it'd be more relatable.
No, but like there's the things with like Stranger Things, and they had to put that message in the beginning of season 4. But without spoilers right now, I don't say anything. But like you have to. The world.
Yeah.
The world.
Look, man, people redid movies because of 9/11. So like that's just
Did they?
But real quick,
I want an example because
Spider-Man. In Spider-Man, there's a bunch of imagery of the Twin Towers because he's in New York. They literally went back and like digitally removed that shit a bunch. And in the movie, and in the movie Lilo and Stitch, there's an airplane that's like flying through this city really close to the buildings, and everyone's worried. They removed that airplane, they turned it into a spaceship, and they put it in the jungle instead of in the city.
Okay, I have a question.
Yeah.
So we don't want to put those things, so we don't think about it.
No, not right when it happens. You do it now if you want.
Because when you do that, it feels like you're exploiting the tragedy for your own clout.
Yeah.
How's it exploiting? Like
because you're when you do it like that, it's controversial and it will bring attention to your project for the wrong reason.
Okay, now I get it.
Yeah.
I thought you meant it like because like people are gonna want to watch it more because they're going through it, but like.
It really depends on how you do it, and it's very hard to do it right way.
Like, look, you couldn't... did you watch Band of Brothers with us?
Yeah. Well, I didn't watch it. I've seen the movie before.
Okay, cool. Well, you couldn't make a movie about World War II
I just watched that with you guys.
That's like dramatizing World War II right after it happens. Mm-hmm. You need time after a historical tragedy in order to make art about... You could do any kind of art, but it's mostly movies because movies usually have to dramatize things. You can make a documentary about World War II while it's happening, right? A very like legit documentary without sensationalizing things. But if you want to make like an action movie about it, if you want to make an Inglourious Basterds, you got to be really far from that point in time.
Yeah.
Because otherwise you're exploiting it, and also like it'll trigger people. Like and not in like the sense of like, are you fucking triggered, you snowflake? But in the sense of like, bro, like a fucking millions of people died. Like you're those people's families are about to watch your fucking movie. Your movie probably won't even do well. It'll probably bomb in the box office because people are like, fuck no, not gonna watch that shit. It's gonna make you remember the thing that we're all trying to get over right now.
So do you
but my thing is, I don't want that to erase history. Like
No,
I don't want
that's
people
not
to
happening.
I don't
Movies
want.
ain't history though.
Yeah.
History books is history.
Yeah.
Movies will not tell you about history the way it happened.
Unfortunately, most humans are not going to dive into history books, and that they go through movies to get some of history.
And that's why they're
But
getting
then,
wrong
then,
history. That's
then
bad.
they're stupid. Like then they're uneducated.
You need to, like, if you want to learn about a historical event, don't watch a movie. It's going to sensationalize it. Like, if you watch a biography about Kobe, if you watch the movie, that's going to be like hype moments about Kobe's life and never like, hey, here's like what actually happened.
You have to like look it up for yourself.
So, for example, we talked about Band of Brothers, right?
Yeah.
I knew a little bit about World War II before we watched that movie, but like I never like, took a World War II class or anything like
Yeah.
that. But I learned a lot from Band of Brothers.
Yeah.
But I don't want to
also
lose.
happened like 80 years ago, 60
But,
years ago.
So I'm just saying, like, I don't want those things to, like, 9/11. I don't want people to think 9/11 never happened if we just take shit out of that in the movies. Like that
but
that
they're not
happened, and we need to.
that's not gonna happen.
We don't. I don't want us to like, like, it didn't happen, and now it's fairy tale happy place. But like, it was a dark part. We need to like understand it happened so it doesn't happen
Yeah.
again.
Yeah,
Like in
sure.
like Miss Marvel and the Partition, how they brought that up. That
Yeah.
was peaceful.
Yeah, but that's also really far away from when it happened.
Yeah.
Historically.
But so let me bring two examples. One is more recent, the Travis Scott concert with the Stampede. Like 2 weeks later, Netflix released a documentary about Travis Scott and like the whole thing. It was extremely rushed. It was stupid, and everybody hated it because it was just that creator of the documentary exploiting that situation. He aggregated a bunch of footage that wasn't even his, and he just put it in and called it a documentary, and then Netflix was stupid enough to release it on their platform. And I think it was Netflix, correct me if I'm wrong, but that is clearly an exploitative
That is
way
exploitative, yeah.
of
Because
a tragedy.
Yeah.
And another example I was going to bring up is like right now people are freaking out about CRT. Even
CRT
though most
was it?
people don't even know what
Critical
it is.
race theory.
Okay.
And people are like up in arms about it. Parents don't want their kids to learn about slavery because apparently it's too traumatic, and they want their kids to think that American history was all fucking
See, I don't want that.
goody. But see, like they're trying to change the way history is taught, but that's not. It's not for movies to fix it. It's not the responsibility of movie creators to fix that. Also, people like black people shouldn't be just represented through tales of slavery. They should have their own stories about regular shit.
We did other cool things too.
A lot of cool inventions, man.
So that's it. I don't know how we got here, but it's just that. So they don't have to make movies about the pandemic right now, right? Maybe they could wait 5 years, but are you going to forget the pandemic happened? Is anyone going to hear? We lived through it. We're going to tell that shit, right? Like, it's literally going to be like, where no one's going to erase history, but also like, and you are right, a lot of people get their history education through entertainment, but entertainment's main goal is to entertain your ass,
Yeah.
right? Like, you
those,
can
like-
watch the Pearl Harbor movie, but that's not going to
See, that's
exactly
how
teach
I learned about Pearl Harbor. It was a movie.
Yeah, but I mean, it's
like,
not
you
going to
know-
be super accurate. Like,
Yeah.
you learn probably wrong things about Pearl Harbor
Yeah.
that are going to shape the way that you think about how it happened. Like,
Yeah.
our history education should be first. We should be learning history properly in schools, which we don't. It's America. It's the world. It's how it is.
Go
And then
overseas.
seeing it in movies isn't helping. You got to seek that shit out on your own.
Go overseas, we have full education there.
Anyway,
But okay, real quick. But, okay, we were talking about She-Hulk.
yeah.
So
Before slavery somehow.
one of the comments that helped me understand, because all of us were like, well, why did She-Hulk be able not to have multiple personalities and perfect it immediately versus Bruce Banner? It's because I didn't know this because I didn't read the comics and everything and watch more Hulk stuff in the past. But he had a traumatic childhood. He had an abusive childhood from
The Ang Lee Hulk got into that.
Yeah. So like I didn't know he literally lived. I think Jennifer even mentioned, but like he lived through years of trauma. It's like Mark and Steven, right? Mark and Steven from Moon Knight.
Yeah.
How he had like trauma in his life and he developed these personalities. It's the same concept, almost like in Hulk. His trauma made him have multiple Hulk personalities.
Yeah. For me,
And
they didn't even.
And Jennifer's like content with her life, and she's like has a grasp of her stuff.
For
She had a
me,
childhood.
they didn't even need to explain it.
I
Just the
know,
fact that she
yeah.
has like different genes and to assume that it would work the same way. Because you already see it with the super soldier serum on Steve. Every time you put it in someone different, they come out slightly different, right? Like no one's been Captain America, even though they keep getting the same kind of cocktail pushing them. I know it's not the exact same, but close enough. And then even in the one with Edward Norton, they give the same gamma radiation treatment to Abomination, and he doesn't turn out anything like Hulk.
Yeah.
So it's not to say that just because you got the same treatment as Hulk that you were going to turn out like Hulk.
That movie was good.
But,
It was a fun movie. I like the movie.
For me, it was like Jennifer and Bruce are related, so they have somewhat the same kind of DNA makeup, and that's why like the blood worked on her too, because like they're it's kind of like the same in a way. Maybe not with all the family members, but like at least with her.
I think that the fact that they were family is the reason why she didn't die from the radiation.
Yeah.
Because that DNA is strong enough to withstand that or like absorb the radiation and work with it.
Yeah.
But still, like it's up to her. Like I think that's more like a mind thing than like DNA or blood thing with the personalities and like controlling your emotions and anger.
Definitely thought it was a fun one.
It was great. I was so happy immediately when I watched it. I was like, and like the opening scene was her eyes, and her eyes are green too. I think her eyes turned green after she hulked, or with her. I don't know.
She has these little blinks.
So
of
beautiful.
Green.
It's so
No, I think it was. I think I like the way the show's going, and I think it's going to be.
It's
good.
different. It's comedy.
I'm hoping that by the end of it, I'm like, hell yeah. I think a little break with some comedy will be good.
Yeah.
Speaking of comedies, Hot D.
Is that comedy?
No, that's House of the Dragon. How's that comedy?
House of the Dragon. I watched a video a while ago, and they're calling it Hot D. That's all I'm calling it now.
Hot D.
Hot D.
Hot D.
Hot D.
Hot D
House.
says not. It used to be GOT. Now it's Hot D.
Yep.
Bet I'm gonna start calling Hot D
House
too.
of- I get it.
I got that Hot D for you.
Oh my God.
Oh God.
Pat. Thank you. So Hot D indeed. Are you guys
Hot
excited
diggity.
for it?
I'm House Valerian.
Your House Valerian?
Yeah.
Okay.
I don't want to be I want to be them. They're cool.
Well, you don't want to be Tigerians? I thought you liked the Tigerians.
No, man.
You like the silver-haired people.
Exactly. The Valerians got silver hair.
No, the Targaryens do.
No, the
They
Valerians.
both do.
Oh, they both do.
They're
wanna-
both from Valyria.
I really don't know
Valerian.
anything about them, but I just want to be them. They look so cool.
Is it because you like all the silvered-haired anime boys?
Not even that. Like their outfits are so sick, and the way they walk in every scene together, like
Yeah.
we the it crew. Like I'm with them.
I think it's gonna be fun. I'm excited for it. I really think this first episode is going to do fucking numbers, and I'm trusting it. From what we heard, we were watching a video about just how it's gonna be like an argument for a succession. You know how Game of Thrones is. But I think it's going to show us some different things. And we're going to have a bunch of fucking names to keep up with.
Yeah, but the good part is that unlike Game of Thrones or The Song of Ice and Fire, this book is finished.
Boop, 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 boop. Actually, I heard it's
So-
finished, but it's also a part one.
No.
Get outta here.
No? Okay.
No, it's not. So it's actually, this series is like a sliver of that book.
Good. Okay.
Because the book itself is just in an entire, it's like a...
It's a history text,
It's a
right?
false, yeah. So it's like fake news history, like fantasy history book, and the family that specific generation is just a sliver in the entire generational history of House Targaryen,
Nice.
or House whatever the Valerian, like all the families of Targaryen.
It's a Hightower, Targaryen.
Hightower are from Westeros.
Westeros. Hightower's the best.
No, they just they're the ones who have.
They are the Hightower.
Citadel
One of the
is.
Hightower lords is the hand of the king to the king, the Targaryen
Current
king
king.
that's gonna be presented in this show. I don't want to say the name. I don't remember the name, but I wouldn't even say it because I don't want to spoil shit.
I mean,
That's cool. I think I might be Hightower.
yeah. You just gonna assume.
I mean, just because I know Dante Hightower, football player, and
Okay.
he's
Okay.
pretty good. So Hightower, you know.
And then there's the Seahorse Sigil people, the black.
Oh, seahorse!
What? The excitement for a seahorse.
That was weird.
Actually, I'm going to be the seahorse people.
What?
So you're with Rana?
No, he said something else.
No, the Seahorse people are Valerians.
Oh, damn.
That's
You can't say
is that
with
their
me.
last name? It's not their last name, though, right?
You can't say
It's
with
House Valerian. Valerian.
Oh.
Valerian.
Why can't?
You're saying a V or a B?
Valerian.
So who has the
me. Okay,
seahorse?
the B is the dragon. The V is the house.
How the dragon is Balerion.
B.
Valerian, the Black Dragon.
Balerian.
And
That's
the
a,
house
that's a good
is
song.
Valerian.
Okay.
Valerian.
Valerian.
You
Valerian.
can't sit with me and my
All right, so you're gonna go Valerian. I'm gonna
I'm
go Valerian. No,
Valerian.
you're going Valerian.
Valerian's a dragon.
You going dragon? I'm going Seahorse. I'm going Valerian.
Okay.
I'm Valerian.
I'm Valerian.
I'm Valerian.
No,
both,
you.
both of you can be.
I don't want
No,
him
we
to sit with
can't.
me.
We can't be Valerians. We can't have two.
No.
There's how many houses are? One of us has to each represent each house. All
I'm
right.
Valerian.
There
I
are
told
3
him out first.
houses and 7 people watching the show.
He can't sit with me.
I can't sit with her.
What? Let's say, hold on, time out. Let's take it 10 steps back. Why are you so excited about a seahorse?
I know. I called him first.
First off,
Is it because men seahorse get pregnant?
for real?
Yeah.
I
They
did not
carry
know
the
that.
babies.
I did not know that. But have you ever had those little? So I was never allowed to have any pets when I was kids or anything like that. Or like a fish.
I don't know where this is
So
going.
I used to have, when you drop a little powder and then
Oh,
turn
yeah,
into
they would expand?
Yeah,
But-
it turned into
Yeah.
seahorses, but not real seahorses.
Oh, wow,
So
that sucks
like
for
you put like a little.
And they'll put a little powder in there.
You remember
and,
those like pearly balls
Yeah.
that would like expand when you put them in water?
and then
Okay.
it expands into
Seahorse.
yeah.
Oh, so it's just like a soft foam.
yeah, and then it turns into seahorses, and those are my pets.
Okay.
Aw,
So-
that's so cute.
So
That's sad. Let's get him a real pet. Oh, his cash.
I have.
We could. I don't think seahorses are actual pets though. Like exotic water creatures, aren't
He
they?
can't sit with me though.
I'm Valerian, y'all.
No,
you
I
Valerian.
called it out first.
No,
It's mine.
You can't. You ain't about to take my fucking
Multiple-
pets away from me. I tell you that right now.
Multiple people can like characters.
Yeah, it's kinda like the same
equally.
thing.
It's fine.
Don't make us turn this podcast
Why?
around.
He's on the scary stuff with me. He's trying to take my house with me. He's always just trying to be on my shit.
Left.
First,
He
essentially,
joined my Nikki Surge crew on Attack on Titan. Like he's just trying to be me.
Your crew?
Your crew.
whoa.
And first off, you do more scary shit than I do. So I don't do scary shit. You the one who do more of that. So that's on you.
You are joining the scary hype train with me.
No,
Yes.
I think it was the other way around. But that's okay right now. That's all right. You
That's like a
try.
fight with Pat.
Sweet. So here's what I'm worried about. People are saying that Game of Thrones is woke now. Bum bum bum.
Oh my God.
What?
Yeah.
Why are we so mad about the wokeness lately?
Well, I want them. I want the people
How-
who say that.
how's
to
it
be-
Game
woke?
of Thrones woke.
How's it
they do
woke?
incest.
Because there is.
That is the most
that's
incest
it.
thing I've ever
The seahorse
heard.
sigil people. They're not black in
Valerian.
the story, but now they're black. They're black people.
What's wrong with that?
Oh, cry me a fucking river.
People say that. Well,
So wasn't Cersei a queen for the first whole Game of Thrones for like for the entire show? And she was probably one of the baddest fucking characters.
yeah.
So how wasn't that woke back then?
What?
He's
How
saying
is-
that Cersei being a ruler.
She was a queen for
Yeah.
the entire show, pretty much.
Yeah.
And wasn't it woke back then?
That's
Yeah.
a good point.
So what the fuck?
He's got a good point.
He's got a point.
Listen to the man.
Yeah, so I don't know. I'm not really like super worried about it. Me personally, I think I was like maybe those who are calling it woke should change the word because people are like this fucking shit's gonna be woke, and it's like, bro, don't you want to be woke? Like the opposite is being asleep and putting on blinders and not paying attention to the ways of the world.
I do understand being asleep is just easier, and it's just.
I think one of those things that people are saying the same thing about the Rings of Power is that when fantasies are written, typically there's not a lot of black characters in fantasy because fantasy is usually written by
Also, it's usually
folks.
like fucking dark elves who are evil typically.
Or like
so like
So why-
dark
why-
skin is always associated
I'm gonna
with
pick
evil.
I'm gonna pick some holes now.
yeah, pick some holes. Go for it.
Because if it's fantasy, then there's really no races.
Thank you.
So then why does it fucking matter?
Pat, you're woke.
You're a little too woke. You're absolutely right. Like, I don't know. I think when it's because then people get mad, right? And they're like, well, what if you make like Black Panther like a white dude, right? And they're like, well, that would be like black people would be upset.
Motherfucking Black Panthers in Africa!
There's white people in Africa. That's what they would
The
say.
South Africa.
But I think it's one of those things that like so for a lot of characters that are written, the question is that like when you're written as a black or brown or minority character, your race is an important part of your characteristic usually, right? Kind of, you know? So like even when Captain America becomes when he gets changed over to I was going to call him Clarence, it's not right. Anthony Mackie's character,
Yeah.
Falcon, I forget his Falcon's name. Sam.
Sam.
When he gets moved over to Sam, like he has this whole entire thing about being like, hey, I'm now a black dude who is Captain America. Like I have to kind of contend with this, like, right? But like Steve never think about that. And so like, I don't know, people kind of get all up in arms and talk about changing the race of characters and like how much of a difference that makes on this character, right? Like Tony Stark, in my opinion, really couldn't have been black. it'd have been a big part of his whole entire conversation to have been like
Yeah.
Iron Man and been like, so yeah, no one's gonna change that. But then when they make a new Iron Man and it's like a young black girl who was inspired by him, I was like, whatever. Same with like Miss Marvel, all that shit. So it's like, I don't know. But when it comes to fantasy,
yeah, exactly.
I think it's like, I don't know, is it a fucking dwarf? Is the dwarf a dwarf? That's the most important part, is that they're a dwarf.
There are different. There's so many different
I don't
species out
give a
there.
shit.
So like, it doesn't fucking make sense.
Yeah.
Yeah, it
Yeah.
does
That
not
is
make
the
sense.
world of the wokeness that we live in.
Yeah.
I don't
Well, internet, congratulations. You've broken Pat.
Yeah, it's I don't know. It just like every time people say something like this about a fucking fantasy book, to me it just sounds like you just don't want to look at black people.
And I really don't mind,
I just don't know.
especially with
What the
fantasy.
fuck is your problem?
Hold on, I'm texting Spencer.
You know, black people have been around since day one. So like, it is the fuck.
Thank you, Pat.
Pat, you're on top of it. I think I don't know, man. Like or even like space shit. Like I like The Expanse. The Expanse is kind of like sci-fi fantasy, a little fantasy-ish, but you know.
Yeah, like people are all upset about the black girl from
And
the
Star
last
Wars,
Reva, yeah.
Riva. Yeah, like
Mother, you got a hairy ass motherfucker in there like Chewbacca gave me. Don't fucking. Like, he's a different species.
yep.
Yeah.
Well, but there's people, there's like human, like
There's actual human races.
yes,
Yeah.
yeah.
Yeah, but no one gets.
But I'm gonna assume Star Wars is like future.
It's a whole
Actually,
different like.
actually, it's in a galaxy long
galaxy
ago, far away.
far
But
away,
regardless, sure.
So if it's back, then it doesn't fucking matter. We didn't have slavery or anything like that before. So black people, there was never distinctions.
Yeah, I mean, they don't.
there was never a distinction before.
I'll let that ride. Yeah.
This has been great.
I mean, I know, but that's.
Yeah,
I
which is-
want to.
Let's not.
The clones
I don't
are
want to pick in the
slaves.
weeds. I enjoyed Pat's hot takes today. You're on
Yeah.
point today. You're on fire. He's
Yeah.
eating up.
Pat for president.
Pat, before we get off of here, do you got any Pat ponders?
No, I didn't come up with one.
Oh.
I
Okay. I know
You
we're
got
gonna wrap
one?
it up. Yeah, I got a Pat ponders. Okay, Pat ponders. All right. Yo, what up? This is Pat. It's Pat ponders. So would you rather be a dog that only had 3 legs,
Oh my god.
Oh my god.
or would you rather be a spider that only had half his eyes?
A dog.
A spider with half his eyes.
Yeah, I think
A dog.
How
with
many-
A dog with 3 legs, you can do more with dog with 3 legs. Come on, Chris, you gotta think more about this. Go in the fucking. This is how I do it. All right, you gotta go in the shower, turn the shower on, and just ponder.
I'm sorry, Pat. I tried to get on your level. I just can't. I can't ponder hard enough. All right, Pat. You know what? I'm gonna next time I'm gonna bring a potential ponder just in case Pat doesn't have a ponder.
I think Pat's pondering about the whole racist and fantasy TV.
That's fucking with me
That'd
right
be
now.
Well, shit. All right, y'all. This has been a Talking Normies podcast. Another wonderful episode. Let us know how you felt about it. We are about to go do a raid.
Tell them normies send their regards.
The Normies send their regards. Let us know what you think about Hot D, She-Hulk, and all the fun things coming up. We'll see you at the next one. Bye.
Talking Normies podcast.